Welcome students. How are you? Today we will see inverse trigonometric functions from the chapter trigonometric functions. Let's see what is meant by inverse trigonometric functions. For that, you recall what you have studied in your 11th standard. In your 11th standard, you have studied relation and function chapter. And there you have studied different types of functions, that is one function, onto function, constant, exponential functions. There you have also studied composite functions and inverse function. Now let's see the definition of inverse function. We know that if a function f from a to b is 1 and onto, then its inverse function denoted by f inverse from b to a exists. Means if function f is from a to b, then inverse function is from b to a. What happens here? For function f, a is domain and b is range, and for f inverse, b is domain and a is range. Means here for function f and f inverse, their domain and range will get interchanged. Now this element x belongs to set A and y belongs to set B. Then y is equal to f of x and x is equal to f inverse y. Okay, for x belongs to A and y belongs to B. If y is equal to f of x, then x is equal to f inverse y. Clearly, as I have said you earlier, that domain of f inverse is range of f and range of f inverse is domain of f. And you only remember that if the function is 1 and onto, then and then only the inverse function exists. And for trigonometric functions, that function is not everywhere 1 and onto. On limited points, it is 1 and onto. The following table shows you the domain and range of all trigonometric functions. See, here you have studied in your earlier standard this domain and range of 6 trigonometric functions. For sine, domain is R, range is -1 to 1. For cos, domain is R, that is set of real numbers, and range is close interval -1 to 1. For tan, domain is R minus in the bracket 2n plus 1 times pi by 2, n belongs to Z, that is set of integers, and range is R. For cot, R minus in the bracket n pi, n belongs to Z, this is domain and range is R. For sec, R minus 2n plus 1 times pi by 2, where n belongs to Z. This is domain and range is R minus open interval -1 to 1. And for cosec, domain is R minus n pi, n belongs to Z, and range is R minus open interval -1 to 1. This is domain and range for trigonometric functions. You remember this? Then we will see the domain and range for inverse trigonometric functions. We will see domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions, and then we will see what is meant by principal values of trigonometric functions. Okay, let's see domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions. For sine inverse, domain is close interval -1 to 1 and range is close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. For cos inverse, domain is close interval -1 to 1 and range is 0 to pi. For tan inverse, domain is R, that is set of real numbers, and range is open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. For cosec inverse, domain is R minus open interval -1 to 1 and range is close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus 0. For sec inverse, domain is R minus open interval -1 to 1 and range is close interval 0 to pi minus pi by 2. And for cot inverse, domain is R and range is 0 to pi. In this way, you remember the domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions. Now see what is meant by principal value. The value of function in the range is called principal value of the function. Means if we find out the value of inverse trigonometric function and that value lies or belongs to this interval which are given in the range, then that value is called principal value. Otherwise, if that value does not belong to these intervals, then that value is not principal value. Okay, then we will see properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Now see the first property, sin inverse x is equal to cosec inverse 1 upon x. Cos inverse x is equal to sec inverse 1 upon x, and tan inverse x is equal to cot inverse 1 upon x. These three properties are similar, therefore I have kept all these three in one bunch. Okay, if here is sin, then here is cosec will come with sin, sec come with cos, and cot comes with tan. If here is x, then here will be 1 upon x. Here is x, then here is 1 upon x, like that. Okay, this is the first property from inverse trigonometric functions. You only remember this first and write down similarly the others. In all the properties you remember first and similarly, like that. Only remember this combination, sine and cosec come together, cos and sec come together, cot and tan come together. Okay, then we will see the next property. Sine inverse minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. Cos inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Tan inverse minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x. Cosec inverse minus x is equal to minus cosec inverse x. Sec inverse minus x is equal to pi minus sec inverse x. And cot inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cot inverse x. All these are similar, but three are most similar. See this first, then this third and fourth. Sine inverse minus x, tan inverse minus x, and cosec inverse minus x are similar here. If there is sign to the left hand side, then to the right hand side is only sign. Only this minus sign in the bracket will come outside. This 1, 3 and 4, that is for sine, tan and cosec, are exactly similar. And what happens for cos, sec and cot? There comes pi. If there is cos inverse minus x, to the right hand side comes pi minus cos inverse x. That is minus sign come outside, but that comes with pi. That is pi minus cos inverse x. Similarly for sec and cot, sec minus x is equal to pi minus sec inverse x, and cot inverse minus x will be pi minus cot inverse x. You remember like that. For this sine, tan and cosec are similar, and for this cos, sec and cot are similar. Okay, remember here you have to add pi for remaining these three functions. Okay, this is second bunch of properties. Then we will see the third bunch. See the next property, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Then next is tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2, and cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Means if sine and cosine functions comes together with addition, then value of that is pi by 2. And here tan and cot, see the combination, sine cos, tan cot, sec cosec. Means if sine cos come together and there is the plus sign in between them and function x is similar, then value of that function is pi by 2. Tan inverse x, cot inverse x, pi by 2. Cosec inverse x, sec inverse x, pi by 2. Here value of, if here is x, then here should be x. If here is 2x, then here should be 2x. If here is 3x, then here should be 3x. Then if we add these two, value of this function is pi by 2. These three are similar, therefore I have kept that in one of the bunch. Okay, you write down this. You remember first property, and similarly you can derive these two. Only see the combination, sine comes with cos, tan comes with cot, and cosec comes with sec. Okay, then we will see the next property. Next property is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy if product of x and y is less than 1. Okay. Then next is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y divided by 1 plus xy. You remember only here first, and if we interchange the addition sign by subtraction, addition by subtraction, and negative sign by addition, you will get the second property. You interchange plus and minus. If here is plus, you write minus, and here for minus you write plus, you will get the second property. Okay, in this way these two are similar. If we interchange plus and minus, we get the second property. Okay, now we will see the third. tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi plus tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy if the product of xy is greater than 1. Then in that case, you have to use this property. If product is less than 1, you use first. If product is greater than 1, you use third property. Then next is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi by 2 if product of xy is exactly 1. Okay. Now, here first and second property is important. These are used many times, and these are third and fourth are rarely used. You remember these two. Okay, and you remember only first and change plus and minus sign, you will get the second. Okay, this is the next bunch of properties. Now see the property, sine of sine inverse x is equal to x or sine inverse sine y is equal to y. This is actually the basic property of inverse trigonometric function and very important, frequently used. Therefore, you remember this property, and similarly for other trigonometric functions also. Means here, if there is cos cos, tan tan like that, means similar functions comes together, then value of the function is only x. Okay. In this way, we have seen all the properties of inverse trigonometric functions.